Hello everyone and welcome back to $10 Million Farm series. You're joining me as I am watching over the Fendt whilst it's rock picking. And I'm watching out for when it will run out of diesel. I'm just hoping that it will have enough to finish the rest of this field. Oh, since we are at the right spot, I need to jump out of the tractor and we will start this episode by spending a whole lot of money. Oh well, I can't jump over the fence. Too bad. That means we need to go all the way around, and there's another fence over here. Okay, now that we are inside the complex... weird. We seem to be weighing nothing. I actually didn't know that the player has no mass. Anyway, let's leave physics behind and let's buy this place as soon as I get to the trigger, which of course is on the other side. Why didn't I just teleport to it? It would have been 10 million times faster. Okay, there we go. Here it is. The whole $1,971,621 of it. And we are now the proud owners of this place. So, I guess if we have enough silage left at the cow barn, we could... Oh, no, we can't. We don't have the Fendt, and the skid steer won't lift that high. And we can't go and spend even more money on random equipment because we still need to buy the forage harvester and a few other things as well. At the moment, we don't really have anything to do because we are waiting on the Fendt to finish. Although, this part that has been cultivated doesn't need to be rock picked. So maybe it will be faster if I just finish up with the rock picking. Well, I might as well take over then. The GPS is active, and I'm guessing we are starting today's episode with a time-lapse. So, cue the music. Who called it? That I would run out of fuel before I would finish. because you were right. So, that is not great, because now I have a problem at hand. At least the Škoda is happy that we are driving it again. So, the trailer can stay here and we need to go to the farm shop to get ourselves a fuel trailer, right after we crash into the fence. Let's try that again. It's just hilarious. I knew I would run out of fuel, but I kept on going. And now the tractor is stuck in the middle of the field. Yeah. Well, the drive here was interesting to say the least, because the Škoda is the worst to drive with a wheel. Okay, now for the thunder. Looks like we can only configure the rim color, so black it is. And there we have it. We are now proud owners of thunder. Wow, the trailer looks bigger now that the Škoda is next to it. But it does hook onto it, and can it pull it? It sure can. So we need to fill it up with fuel, which might not be that cheap. I'm going to only fill it up to 1,000 liters. So I guess it will cost us 2.5 grand.
One eternity later.
10 minutes later, it was only 1.5 grand. So it doesn't hurt as bad as it could have. I think we are all set up, so let's go get the Fendt back in action. Really? Again? At the exact same spot, nonetheless. That means there might be something wrong on this side of the rail crossing, so I need to be careful whilst going across it. One thing's for sure, now the car is way easier to drive, since it is pulling a heavy fuel trailer, and is barely able to go over 50 km per hour. So yeah, it really doesn't like the extra weight at the back. Don't worry, little Fendt, we are here to rescue you with some fresh dinosaur juice that has been distilled into diesel. There you go, all fueled up again. The Škoda can go just over there for now, and we will continue with the rock picking. Well, it sure took a minute, but we have finished. Well, apart from the headlands, but I kinda don't care about that anymore. So, I say we get the rock picker unloaded, and then we can actually go to sleep and advance the time, which will take us into March. That is the perfect time to feed the cows, because we can't plant corn yet. And luckily, the cows need feed, so at least we can do that whilst we wait. And the tiny little rock pile that we have going over here is getting a tiny bit bigger. The Fendt does need a wash, so I'll park it over by the pressure washer and I'll wash it off camera so that none of you get motion sickness. Also, the Škoda doesn't need to stay by the field, so I'll take it back to its spot. There we go, I parked the car and I washed the machinery, so that is done. Now I need to figure out where am I going to park the rock picker, since right now I don't think the Fendt can fit through any of these barn doors. So that leaves me the outside of the barn. Well, there you go. That should just be fine. I'm just gonna take the Fendt to the cows, since we are gonna need it there. And I should really take down the Christmas decorations, shouldn't I? Or I could just leave them up until next Christmas. I like the sound of that idea better. So, see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone! It's March, and I need to change my clothes because I have been wearing them for 10 months now. That's a weird spot for a leather, isn't it? Anyway, that is better. Overalls by John Deere and hat by Krone. Why not? Perfect match. Okay, now I also need the JCB down at the cow barn so that it can run the forage mixer. Oh, how are we doing with milk? We have 6,000 liters of it, plus what I'm really excited about, 15,000 liters of slurry, which will come in handy once we will harvest the fields. But enough of me dreaming about the future and poop, we have cows that need feed. First off, the Fendt needs the front loader, and I'm actually just gonna keep the duals on for the time being, even though they might look ridiculous with the front loader. Okay, now, I just need to remember the ratios for the total mixed ration. Last time we used almost a full hay bale. So this time we're doing the rest of the old one and a full new one. Now the straw. Looks like I used 40% of a bale, so this time I'll just chuck the rest in. So I hope that's gonna be enough. Now that's the complicated part done, and we still don't have mineral feed, so I need to put that on the don't forget list. Okay, now for the boring part. Loading silage, 800 liters at a time. Perfect for a little time lapse. And of course it had to start raining. Actually, is that hail? I don't actually know. Might just be a heavy rain, so sorry for the drop in video quality. Okay, I got curious and I just spent 5 minutes trying to figure out if this is hail or not. And I have no idea. So luckily, we don't have any crops on the field that could get damaged. Anyway, back to loading. Again? What's with these weird achievements? What do you mean field trip one vehicle for all your needs? What does it mean? What? Does anyone know what they mean? I mean, does Giants know? Because I sure don't. Like, even in the statistics, there is nothing to indicate a milestone that would result in an achievement. So please, if anyone knows what they mean, just please tell me. Because I am losing my mind right now. Well, a few interruptions later, we finally loaded the mixer wagon. So since the hail still hasn't stopped, I'll park the tractors under some roof. Oh, that's a problem. The fan is too wide, so... But unfortunately, I need to end this episode here. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'm Farmer's Chaos, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye for now.